Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and you are watching Evil Genius. A couple episodes ago, we had a group of very strong saber soldiers come into the base and wreak absolute havoc, and we are underway with our recovery process. We've got 28 minions, and unfortunately we're almost under 200,000. I don't like having only 200,000, I like having more than that, but unfortunately we have no choice right now. The current priority, I need to get my evil genius involved in this, by the way. The current priority here is we need to start training more soldiers very quickly. And let's mark that as a door 3. That way, with more soldiers coming in, we will be able to send them out and start... Oh, crap. Is someone on this now? Good. With... Shit, I should just get another one for safety.
Object has been ordered. Object purchase ordered.
I hate having to spend that much cash. We need to get soldiers going as fast as possible. That way I can send them out onto the world map and start collecting some cash to help recover all of our issues. And meanwhile, we need to get the power situation dealt with. We've got some guys going out. Oh, they're already out on the map. Okay, we need to get that technician. And then with the technician back in our employ, we'll be able to start repairing these freezers and doors and other things that have been damaged. Meanwhile, anybody who is currently in the base, I'm just letting them go. Investigators can check things out. The tourists are freaking out. I guess the tourists can die because they're stuck in these weird rooms. I may as well get them out of here. But the recovery process is well on its way. I mean, there's really not a whole lot more I need to do here. Once the soldiers recover and the techies get re-involved, then we should be fine. The enemy is only sending these pathetic single enemies after us now because, again, as I said, I think in the last episode, there is an ebb and flow to Evil Genius if you're willing to recover rather than save scum. Because with your base decimated and with all of our people dead, we weren't able to do anything out in the world, so we're flying under the radar now. There's not really a whole lot of enemies who are going to come after us. So it does give you a chance to recover, just feels hopeless. And yeah, the only place I have any heat at all is orange, and that's because of this, which is going to stop very soon. I don't know how long the mission's going to take, but we're on our way to recovery. So I don't think there's going to be anything interesting in the short term. But man, look at that. We've had to spend close to 150k just to get to this point. Once our soldiers come up and I send them back out onto the world, we'll start to recover. So I'm going to time skip here. I might do a little bit of map grinding to get up to 500,000 or so. Or at least 250,000 again, so I can have that cushion in case we have any more problems. But I'll come back in if there's something interesting happening with our recovery process. Okay, I'm checking back in to say we have our security system back up to operational. I just have to retag. Oh, hello. Didn't notice you got in my base. We got the security system operational again. So we've got cameras, loudspeakers, and everything else. And Kane is running around taking out targets one by one if necessary. Just to get them out of the base and out of my hair. Which so far has been working well. We haven't had any additional enemies come in. Meanwhile, we've got our full complement of 15 guards. Now, Anvil, that's orange, still has a little bit of heat, so we're going to send 4 people each to Central America, well, Central United States, Europe, and the Middle East, so we start getting some cash, and those are going to be suicide missions. I'm not going to pull them back. If they die, they die. I will hide them if I happen to see them on the world map, but right now the important thing is getting more money, especially because even with the 12 guards. I think the total I am going to get is 9,600 a minute. So it's going to take 10 minutes just to break about, 220,000. So it's going to take a while. It's definitely going to take a while. But I think we're okay. I mean, again, I can recover at this point. This is not a big deal. We have one techie now. He's going to work on teaching minions new tricks, and I really need to change the way that I've got the training room set up because it's not really efficient. But my plan for changing this, I was about to say I can't do it yet. I might be able to, actually. Yeah, I can do it. Okay, so we're going to make a little training room real quick. No, shut up. Didn't mean to click that. So we're going to make a training room back here. Perfect. This will actually work really, really well. All right, so for now, I just want the room. And then I'll move some objects around. Okay, so here's why I'm doing all this. The logic behind what I'm doing is right now we've got a security speaker set up in this training room. That way students can respond to issues. Notice we train all 3 types of minions in this training room. However, techies never respond to emergencies. So techies and their students can be put way in the back here without a security speaker, because once they're done training, they've got other crap to do. They have no reason to be involved in the front line, so they can just do all their training back here. Whereas in the front line here, once we get that back room built, I'm going to move all these tables back there, and then we're going to extend out the number of training dummies we have. That way I can have more soldier minions being trained at once, and the speaker can pick them up if necessary if there's an emergency that happens in the base. So I have a plan. It's just going to take a minute to... Whoa! Oh, geez. I saw the red dots on the mini-map, and I'm like, holy crap, we have a lot of enemies here. But that's not it. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? Oh, I don't think they're going to be able to catch her. I meant to put this... Oh, the door is at level 3. Ooh, someone broke in then. I was not paying attention because I was too busy trying to get everything organized. Well, that person's going to go. That's fine. Losing one person to some heat isn't going to hurt us too badly. And you can see, even with 4 soldiers in each zone, any given zone's heat level only goes up to about level 2, so... which is really nothing in the grand scheme of things. We're pulling in $9,600 every minute, so could be better. I would prefer to have more soldiers at my disposal so I could increase how many get sent out into the world. But this is an okay start, and once we get our numbers reestablished, I could bump up the guard count a little bit if I need to. It's fine the way it is now. All right, so that will be it for now. They're getting this room set up. I'll be back once we have something interesting happen with our recovery process. The training rooms have been a bit reorganized, but now we have a problem with the way the rooms are... Ah, shit, I just lost somebody. Just one. It's not a huge deal. All right. The training room still has this weird kind of wing that I'm not using, so here's a fun little fact. If you say to destroy the room, then the entire room indeed gets destroyed. So how do you just edit a little part of it out? Watch this little thing. All you have to do is set up a door on the border of what you want to destroy. Come on, dude, get this out of here. Hurry up. There you go, buddy. Boy, I wish it was that easy to clean. And then you do this. Now, once these doors come up, the game considers these separate rooms, so you can then mark them for destruction. This one doesn't really matter. I could keep this if I really wanted to. But I want to destroy this section so I can extend the entire armory out this way. Plus, we've added a couple machines for each position. So now we have 7 soldier training areas, 8 desks for valets, and we have 6 techie desks. So we should be a little bit more efficient with retraining and repopulating our numbers as well. We're on our way, guys. It's not going to be much longer before we're fully recovered. I've run into an unexpected problem. There are no missions currently where I can get them made. I believe there are some in the Middle East, so I'm going to pull these 4 soldiers out of the Middle East and take them to Southeast Asia instead. Ooh, I forgot it's North China. Is it North China? Central Asia? I can't remember which one has the... Oh, whatever. These are still pulling in money. And instead, we'll send 5 techies over to the Middle East to plot. I swear it's here where there's a maid you can kidnap to get your valets back. But at least, meanwhile, we have the doors set up here. So now I'm going to flag these rooms for destruction. And if it works, as I remember it, yep, the door and everything beyond it winds up getting destroyed. So now we have all that dirt back. And it allows me to extend out the armory, even though it's a pretty small extension, but it'll be enough that we can move some things around. I didn't like having the gun cabinets so far from the door, even though it won't be that much closer to move them over here, but it's just enough that it's something I wanted to do. So I guess we have the money. We can start getting the gun cabinets back. As I thought, the Middle East does have a civilian maid here. Since we already have 5 techies in the area, I'm going to send a few workers to the Middle East, but leave the techies where they are. They can continue to plot and get some valuable intel here. Ooh, a few of them just died, too. That's not good. Didn't realize I could just straight up die without having any of the... What is this? Oh, that's... Okay. Anyway, I didn't realize that your people could just straight up die without enemy agents not being here, so that's good to know. They can just kind of hang out, though, for a minute. Having just 2 techies there is fine. Well, let's just... Fuck it, let's just send a few more. Meanwhile, the armory is almost fully redecorated, and it will be fully redecorated once this construction worker gets done with a rifle cabinet. We are at 54 minions out of 56 total, but our maximum has been lowered because of the loss of some of these lockers. So I'm going to re-up the lockers. Let's see, we had those, and then those. I could put more in, like, in these corners, but I just don't want to. So, okay. So that part's done. Man, I don't know what I'm going to do about this hallway. Because trapping it just didn't really seem to help us last time. Screw it.
Object has been ordered.
And then we'll add a camera. Do I really need a camera? Yeah, I guess I do, just in case someone gets as far as the door and hasn't been fully confused yet. Alright. I guess let's do it like that. Because once they bust through this door, they do still try to get down here. Ideally, eventually, we'll replace the pressure pads with a motion sensor and put it, like, right on this wall. That way, as soon as anyone busts open this door, they'll immediately be spotted and we'll trigger the traps. But for now, that's going to be good enough. How's our people coming here? Oh, they're still on their way? Alright. Okay, so far so good. My topside shack trap has been doing a great job of keeping these investigators in check. Yep, they keep tripping it, which is great. What is that techie doing? Get out of there, techie. You don't have a reason to be there. Yeah, you can see we've got just a whole bunch of dudes captured. I wish I could put an outside trap as well for situations like that where this guy left the room and there was just nothing to stop him at that point. Yeah, there are outdoor traps, just I don't have any available for me right now. We'll have to do some research before we get to that point. But we've got ourselves our maid, so the workers and the techies can come on back, because there's no reason to piss off the Middle East any more than we already have. Meanwhile, we're still pulling in $8,800 a minute, so it's not bad. It's not 9,000 some odd, but hey, we're back up to $250,000, and we're mostly recovered. About the only thing we don't have at this point is the control panels there. And I'm gonna get our boy involved for this. He can go down too. We just need everyone to die. We're gonna purge the island. So the reason non-violence usually works better than violence is, again, the domino effect of violence begetting violence, but also because if someone is allowed to leave your island, as I had said, your heat will go down, whereas if you just kill everybody, then your heat stays static. So you want to turn to violence when you need the numbers to just be quickly reduced, but you go for non-violence when you want to manage your heat a little bit better. And right now, heat management is not a big deal because we are not generating that much. Right now, I just want problems to go away. As our freezers fill up, I might have to change our policy, but right now it's fine. Even better, once we get this maid interrogated, we'll finally get our social minions back, and our recovery process will be complete. But sitting at $250,000, we've recovered basically all the money we lost in the last couple episodes, and we've got most of the minions back. We've got the lockers remade. Now our capacity is 64. So I could probably bump up one of the categories by 5. And we'd be alright. Because if I do that, it'd be 50 total specialists. And then we'd have 14 yellow shirts. That's good. Alright, let's do the soldiers, the guards. That way, I can get a little bit more money going on the world map, since money seems to be my biggest constant worry. So that's going to do it for today. I'm going to eliminate these guards and yeah, we got this handled. Tomorrow we'll finish our recovery and get back to work of gaining some infamy and some notoriety rather, and trying to find Nigel Ewing, the last crime lord we need to get. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for another episode.